Okay, so before I get into this, I am never going to complain when it's the off season, when it's the middle of summer, June, July, and there is nothing going on for this kind of stuff for football or basketball or whatever I usually do on my channel. I'll figure out other stuff to do in the summer, but there is so much right now that is going on. I still want to cover some other stuff in the the XFL. I still want to talk about the USFL because we're gonna have both next spring. The XFL starts in I think it's February. Is it 16th or something like that? Basically, I believe it's a Sunday after the Super Bowl for the NFL, and then April. I don't know if they set a date yet, but April is when the USFL starts too. So I'm gonna have NFL content. I did a little bit of USFL content last year. I might do a little bit more. We'll see. And then stuff like this. XFL. Why not cover it too? So when everything dies down in June and July, and I'm not gonna sit there and go, oh, well, I I have nothing to do, because I am swamped, but I love it. I love this because we're only, 2 months away from the XFL. So we're getting so much info. We got a bunch of jersey reveals and whatnot too, which I might wait till next week to do that. But I wanted to do this video right here. I want to talk about the XFL rule changes because there is a lot of stuff in here that I am praying the NFL eventually adapts into their system. Is it going to happen? I don't know, but I'm going to pray it does. So, as you can see, let's go down a little bit. We'll read this here, and then look at this. There's so many things here. So, we'll go through it all, but, so this is just the gist of it. So, instead of 40-second play clock, it's 35. I think, did the USFL do 30? I think it was 30 last year. The thing that kind of scares me about this is the NFL, even some of, veteran players, 40 seconds and they're not even ready. Like Rodgers, it's happened to Rodgers a lot where he has to take a timeout. It's happened to Brady. It's happened to these veterans. It's happened to these rookies, these young players, where even 40 seconds, it's like, okay, well, you've been training most of your life for this, and you can't get a play off, you can't get a play ready in 40 seconds, especially like if you're in a 2-minute warning and every timeout counts, every second counts, and you're letting it go all the way down, and you're hiking the ball with, 0 on the play clock. So it scares me, and hopefully the XFL, and again, the USFL, I think did 30 or 35. So hopefully, I would like to see this change, make it, shorter play clocks, but they have to do it right. You have to get to your players right. You have to, make sure, hey, like you have less time now, and it's going to be an adjustment if the NFL does this. But it can make the game go faster, but it can also slow it down because then you have teams that are taking more timeouts possibly. So, that again, that's an iffy one. It'd be, let's see how the USFL. Oh my God, let's see how the XFL and the USFL do it. Obviously the second season for the USFL, but let's see how the XFL handle it in their first season. 3 overtime scoring periods. We'll get into that later on. 3 timeouts per half. Apparently, they only had 2 in 2020. They only had 2 apparently. So they're mentioning this because the 2020 USFL had less timeouts apparently. So, interesting. Very interesting. And then we'll talk about the fourth quarter onside kick alternative here in a second too. So, I'm excited for that. I've been begging for that. That part I've been begging for a while. Give teams a chance to get back into the game. I think the USFL did that too. I think. We'll talk about it. Well, at least for the XFL standpoint. Extra points here. I think this is a typo. Tiered extra points. Oh, that's right. Because I forgot. Okay, so okay, never mind. It's not a typo. It's tiered. That's to me, my brain. I didn't register. That's how you spell tiered. um. So basically, 2 yard line, one extra 1 point is the kick. 5 yard line, 2 point conversion, just like the NFL. 10 yard line, you can go for 3 points. So this is another way, just like the fourth quarter, 4th and 15. This is another way to say, hey, let's make this game closer. Let's get back into range here. And then you have a choice to go for 1 point, 2 points, or 3 points. So that can even help you if you're up. I guess 9 would be the max. So if you're up 9 points, you can get a touchdown. You can go for a 3-point conversion, and you can tie the game. So, or if you're down 18, go for 9, get 9, go for 9 again, get 9 again, and there you go. You're right back in the game. You're right back tied at, you were down 18 just, 5 minutes ago. Defense made a good stop or an interception. You score again. You get the, 10-yard line, 3-point extra point. So, that's what it is. So, the 2-yard line, this is the kick. And then these are two of the, your offenses out there, essentially. Defense awarded the same number of points for a touchdown. What? So, if you get a pick, well, I guess it's not a pick. So, it would be a pick 6? I'm going to have to look more into this. I'm really going to have to look more into that. Same number of points for a touchdown. So is that 6 extra points? So does that mean instead of 2 points, if you return it, block a kick or whatever, or they're going for 2 and you're able to run it back, instead of 2 it's 6? I think that's what that means. I'm gonna make a follow-up video, and it might just be just about that. So, you have 35-second play clock, which begins after the ball is spotted. Clock will start following. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. I had to pause there. I was just saying, okay, just going to go through all these, probably going to sound like NFL or college. No. Incomplete passes, and I guess I should say out of bounds, I believe it's, it's already the same way prior to 2 minutes. I believe it's, the clock keeps running. But now if you throw an incomplete pass outside of 2 minutes, the clock is going to continue. So that means if you have to get a play off before the 2-minute warning, and let's say there's 10 seconds left, you run a play, maybe it's only 6 seconds, you throw a ball over the middle, it's incomplete. So instead of it being, 2:04 left and you have to run another play, those extra 4 seconds are going to come off the clock, and, they're going to go to commercial for the 2-minute warning. So, I like that. I do like that. That actually speeds up the game, so I do like that. Again, this, I believe, is already in the NFL, outside of 2 minutes, so, that's nothing new, but this, I do like that. I really do like that. So yeah. Clock will stop following first downs after 2 minutes warning or of either half. So this is college. Inside of 2 minutes, and I think college does inside of 4 minutes. I think they do inside of 4 minutes. You can let me know down below. But inside of 2 minutes, you get a first down. The clock will stop until they're able to spot the ball. So you have about 10, 15 seconds there where you can say, hey, yell out to your teammates like, hey, let's run this play, blah blah blah, whatever you're gonna say, and you can get set, and the clock is just being the clock is just being run just as you're just about to hike the ball. So it's essentially, it stops the clock for again 10 to 15 seconds there for the ref to spot it and everything. Human error can happen. So again, it's exactly what college does. So first and second half will be split by a 10-minute halftime. Okay, I think the NFL is 15, I think. So 10-minute halftime, that's good. I do, hopefully, they just like the USFL, or I guess not like the USFL, because the first year for the USFL, it was, I believe, 10-minute halftimes, but you just got to see inside the locker room instead of having an actual halftime show. So I do prefer an actual halftime show, so hopefully they're able to do that. Just make it short one, short and sweet, to the point. Cover games. If you're the last game of the day, cover the games. Ahead of you, cover the first half of your game. If you're the first game, I guess it's kind of hard, and you could just kind of cover the first half. I guess you could preview. You could preview the other games coming up after. But I want an actual halftime, even if it's shorter than the NFL halftime. And again, as I talked about, 3 timeouts per half. Kickoffs, teams begin play 5 yards apart. Yep, they did this in 2020. Kicking team at opponent's 35-yard line and return at their own 30. So instead of having no. I'm sorry. So instead of having you're running full speed, you're going full speed, and maybe you knock him out or you knock him out, whatever. It's just 5 yards apart. You come, you block. It's actually, if go and watch some kickoffs. There have been, I think there was like 5 kickoff returns in the XFL in that 2020 season. And if you go watch, it's actually quite interesting to see kind of strategies they use to get the returner to get past them. It is, again, it's easier to get a kickoff kickoff return because it's pretty much the kicker is the only one way back there. So if you can get past that, people at the 35-ish, or I guess it'd be like the 32, if you can get past that, it's basically you and the kicker left. And the kickers aren't usually as athletic as a returner is, so it's easier to get a kick return, which is always fun. It's always fun to see that. Options to keep the ball. Okay, here we go. So traditional onside kicks anytime during the full game. So first, second, third, fourth quarter, or we have a 4th and 25 from the 25-yard line. So it's kind of like the onside kick, because the onside kick, I believe, for the NFL starts at the 30. I believe it's the 30-yard line is where, or I guess, no, I think it's 35. It might be 35. Point is, you have to go 10 yards. So it's 30 or 35. So basically, start at your own 25, and you have to get up to the 40-yard line. It's 4th and 15, one attempt. Now, I don't remember what happens if you fail. I think they put you back at the other side of the 25. So if you're down and let's say you're down touchdown or whatever, and you fail to complete the 4th and 15, I think they go to the other 25 for the I guess it would probably maybe be like midfield, just like an onside kick. I don't know. That's something I want to look into. I don't know who. I would have to go and watch some of the 2020 XFL. See if I can find a play like that. A failed 4th and 15. And so it'll be good, but it's just like, if you're putting the opponent at your own 25, like if you put them right here and you fail, and they're just at your 25, like that's essentially game ender. So again, I'll have to go and find out what happens if you don't convert that. What happens for the other team? So we have double forward pass. This was in the 2020 season as well. If a team completes a forward pass behind the line of scrimmage, that team may throw a second forward pass as long as the ball does not cross the line of scrimmage. That's exactly, yep. So that's what happens. So if you're 15 or not, let's say 15 yards behind your the line of scrimmage, your line of scrimmage, and you're being chased by the D lineman or the linebackers, or if it's a safety blitz or whatever, you have to get out of there. You throw it forward to a guy who is still, maybe it's a running back, maybe it's a wide receiver, who is still behind the line of scrimmage. He can then take the ball. If he wants to run it, he can run it. If he wants to throw it, he can throw it. He can do whatever he wants. So you only get one pass, and then you can, again, throw it past line of scrimmage. But you can't go, okay, here's one pass to wide receiver. Oh, here's back to the QB. Oh, here's to the running back, and then throw it downfield. It has to be, one forward pass behind the line of scrimmage, and then you have to either run it or throw it. So that's how it is. I really like that. Really interesting. Yeah. So, yep, no forward passes. Past the line of scrimmage. The first pass may fail to incomplete rather than being fumbled out. So it's helpful. This is helpful for the offense too. So if you fail to complete that forward pass behind the line of scrimmage, it's a incomplete rather than just being fumbled. So I like that. I think it's good. I hope the NFL does that. That'd be a nice thing to have. Overtime. just like college, you're on. Well, no, I guess college starts at the 25. So you're at your opponent's 5-yard line. 3 attempts per team, 2 points. So again, this is like college, where after the first overtime, then you go into a second overtime. But no, maybe they are on the 5 for the 2-point conversions. I think they are. Maybe they are. Maybe I'm wrong. I know for the first overtime, they start at the 25. So the XFL is getting rid of that completely. And they're saying, here we go, just like second overtime for college, going up to the 5-yard line. You have 3 attempts. They bounce back and forth. Well, I should say, like, every team, they both get a chance. It's not 3 attempts and then the other team gets 3 attempts. It's not like, no sport really does that, I think. So, yeah. So that's, again, if you know what college rules are, this is the same exact rule for that. If you don't, it's 2 points. It's basically 2-point conversion from the 5 instead of, it's always from the 5, right? Right? Yeah, it's always from the 5. So it's the 2-point conversion, but, you can't win it. If you score, the other team has a chance to score as well. So 3 points. So if you, let's say both teams get all 3. Then, it goes to winner, it's until winner is decided. And that's where you can have, like, college, where it's, there was, like, some game in 2021, and it was, like, Illinois State and something, and they went to, like, 11 overtimes, because they just kept, both scoring the 2-point conversion. So, and that can happen. You can have a long overtime. But I like that they just kind of take away the first overtime, take away the NFL overtime, and it's just go right to, overtime 2, just like college. So, now, we get into behind the scenes, essentially, with the refs and with, people looking at plays and whatnot. We get to this stuff. So, essentially, replay with all plays subject for review by the officials, replay officials. Replay may correct errors on non-reviewable plays. Yes. I believe they had that in 2020. Player safety at any point during the game, and any issues in the last 5 minutes of regulation plus overtime. So, I think the NFL, I think it's no reviewable things. You can't review anything inside a 2-minute warning. It's only, they call it New York, but only the replay can. So, this is inside of 5 minutes and overtime, and anything can be reviewed. So, anything during the game can be reviewed from the first quarter to the fourth quarter. Anything can be reviewed. They can stop play and say, hey, we're going to look at this. Whereas the NFL, if they don't stop, people are, fans are going to cry, players are going to cry. But, I think it's kind of unfair, especially when you have something that looks kind of dangerous. Or, you have a potential, like, helmet to helmet or something like that. And, you can't review it because you're inside of 2 minutes in the NFL. So, I'm glad they kind of stripped that away, and they said, basically anytime during the game, they can stop, they can, change, for safety, for issues, for errors and all that. Absolutely love that. So, head coach, I love this. I love this, by the way. Head coach may challenge one on-field ruling per game, including those involving a foul or potential foul. So, the NFL did fail at this. Let me make that clear. They did fail at this because I believe it was one challenge too. And it's, okay, well, it slows down the game. Everything happens. But I think if they can adjust some things, make it go faster. That's what I'm looking for, is a faster officials, faster replay officials, able to look at this and say, okay, just like that, 2 minutes in, and, or not even, maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds. See it? No targeting, no pass interference, no roughing the passer, which, by the way, I hope they fix in the XFL and the USFL too. Just let's get it done, and let's move on. And, I'm happy coaches can do that, but I don't want this to slow down the game. So I am happy that they're doing this. The NFL did fail at this, though, but I think the XFL is going to figure out a way to make this go faster. To say, hey, we're going to allow you to challenge, but we're going to, figure out how to make this really fast. So I am excited for this rule. I'm excited to see this rule in action as well. So, and then finally, final rulings made by designated members of officiating department in central location. This is essentially just New York. Like it's essentially just what the NFL what the announcers call New York. So those are a bunch of the rule changes. Obviously, some of it is just kind of NFL, college mashed together. Some of it is kind of their own things. Like this. Like this. I don't think college has that. So I'm excited for that. No XFL or college has this. I don't know if the CFL, I don't know if the Canadian Football League has that, or any other league around, the world. I know there's rugby. I don't know if rugby does, 3 points, stuff like that. I don't really watch rugby, so I don't really know all the rules. But again, those are the major rule changes for the XFL in 2023. We are again about 2 months away. we're a little over 2 months away. So I'm gonna be trying to cover this in the future. I'm gonna have playoffs for the NFL. We're gonna have probably a bunch of stuff coming out for the XFL, because it'll be a month before. Probably gonna have a bunch of teases and whatnot for the USFL as well. So January and February are gonna be packed for me. So I'm excited. I am so excited. I am not gonna complain next summer because I want to be flooded rather than trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for a video. It's like, okay, well, I'm uploading one video a week. That's not fun. So for now, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe. I know it was kind of long. There was, again, a bunch of rules, but I'm out of here. Peace.